basically, I had to restart the whole broadcast because I can't switch it off and on again. So if you were watching me a moment ago, it's true, I was live and I was in full flow, chatting away. Then all of a sudden, Amazon stopped. But I know it wasn't me. Okay, and say hello to, you're back. Yeah, basically, never give up, Roland. Persistence pays. What happened was the broadcast to Facebook and YouTube was fine, but I got a notification that actually Facebook had gone. So I'm back live everywhere now, hopefully. If you can see me on Amazon Live, please do say hello. If you think you were watching me a moment ago, you were. This is, I knew today was going to be technically difficult. Basically, the show I was just doing, which goes to Facebook and to YouTube and to Amazon Live. Facebook and YouTube didn't have a problem, but Amazon Live had a problem. I've got the recording of my short broadcast, but I'm back and I'm going to do a reprise. So if you've seen this a moment ago, my apologies for this. Thanks for watching. It's Friday afternoon. It's a bit windy out there, so we're in the best place. We're indoors, warm and safe. And just to say, if you're watching me on Amazon Live, thank you very much. We are suffering in Storm Eunice at the moment in the UK. Okay, so let's go off. I was just explaining the setup. I've got two cameras running today, and if I go side by side like this, camera on the left is Logitech Bureau, camera on the right, just click a button and it will happen. Camera on the right, just he said, is the OpperSpot Tiny. So we've got two cameras working. If I move on one, I move on the other, both are live. They're connected. I'll show you how they're connected in a moment, but I've got two cameras and one microphone. Now, my second camera isn't set up to look at me, because looking at me, two of me, not good. So it's set up to actually look at, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go picture in picture. And there you have it. So this is my demonstration area, which was newly created. It's a present from Angelica. Okay, so from the back, that's the home gimbal. We have the lapel microphone. We've got the battery power pack. We've got the Aftershocks headphones, which are there because I was using them, just recharging them. They're fully charged now. The Treblab HD77 Bluetooth external speaker. My Stonehenge diary. Okay, underneath that is a DVD player. Underneath that is a Kindle. Okay, over here is the unit from Anchor, $16.99 down in the carousel, and that's what allows me to actually broadcast using two cameras, two microphones, and $16.99. And I'm in the Be Live studio, so I can easily do this. In actual fact, if I go here and I go change theme, and I'll go there, okay, and go there, like that, and go like that. Okay, just a second. It took a second to set up, but I just want to explain. All right, okay. That's good. My Valentine's overlay, so at last disappeared. I'm broadcasting on Be Live, and I work for Be Live. Unmute to listen, if you would. If you're on Amazon Live and you're enjoying what I'm talking about, then do unmute to listen. This is Lights, Camera, Action. I am live from England. Okay, so that's the setup. Two cameras side by side. And we're going to talk about the cameras, the Brio and the OpperSpot. But first of all, I want to talk about something which is important to me. I'm just going to go off and take the overlay off because it doesn't fit this layout. Okay, and you can see despite it being windy, the sun is shining, and I shall make adjustments when we get to the next step to remove that. Okay, so thank you for watching me on Amazon Live. I'm now going to highlight something which I can't show you, but I'm going to highlight it anyway. Angelica is using it. It's a carpal tunnel mouse. Now, if you know somebody who suffers from carpal tunnel syndrome or has arthritis, this is a mouse to actually consider and tell them about. The mouse itself, I acknowledge, was sent to me by the manufacturers so that we could use it and review it, and that's what I'm going to do now. We take it for granted, many of us, that we can take a standard mouse and it fits in the palm of our hand and we can go left button, right button, and it's simple and easy and straightforward. It's not the same for everybody else. For people who've got carpal tunnel syndrome or arthritis, then the angle of your hand when you're holding the mouse like that is painful, literally painful. So a carpal tunnel mouse is designed to overcome that. Now, we were sent a carpal tunnel mouse back in December, early December, for review and to look at. And unfortunately, Angelica has arthritis and she'd be using the standard mouse. And I said, okay, we've got this mouse, would you like to try it? And Angelica said, yes, I'd love to try anything that will help me. So unplug the existing mouse, plug in the carpal tunnel mouse, and for the next week, they said it would take you 2 months to actually get used to it. And for the next week, I heard 1 or 2 words of frustration, really, because the mouse wasn't, because basically with the carpal tunnel mouse, what happens is this. We hold the mouse like that, okay? With the carpal tunnel mouse, you actually hold it like that with your fingertips. I'll press the mouse button there. With your fingertips over the end. And the part that controls the mouse is that part of your finger, okay? And the key thing here is that the arc is gentler in terms of carpal tunnel and of arthritis, okay? So Angelica, first of all, had to get to grips with it and learn how to use it. And over the weeks, it became more and more natural for Angelica to use the mouse like that, and the mouse to respond when she moved about the page, and left and right mouse buttons work perfectly. And things were going swimmingly, or rather well. So Angelica mastered the mouse. She knew exactly how to use it, and well, the thing is, you don't know what the benefit is until you actually lose it. And what happens, true story, earlier this week on Monday, the mouse drivers on Angelica's machine went strange, is a good word. They were very sluggish and wouldn't move about the screen. So we went over to the website and downloaded those again, and it started to work. But the thing was that in the meantime, what Angelica had done was she'd unplugged the carpal tunnel mouse and plugged in a regular mouse. And she went to use the regular mouse, and straight away, because she was using it like that with the arc, she was in pain, and then realized the benefits of the carpal tunnel mouse. Now, I'm going to do a video with Angelica. Kept a diary of her using the mouse. In the early days, it was difficult, as I say, and then this week, swapping back to the old mouse just didn't work. Angelica's used to the carpal tunnel mouse, and it does make things a lot easier. So if you have a friend or a relative who suffers from carpal tunnel syndrome or from arthritis, all I can say is that it has worked well for Angelica. Okay, so that is the carpal tunnel mouse, which is down in the carousel right now. Okay, I want to say thank you for watching me, and say hello to Rome. Good morning, Rome. Nice to see you. So the carpal tunnel mouse is genuinely, I mean, this is basically, I can say without fear or favour, it does help the situation. Now, obviously, it depends on the individual. I'm not giving any warranties. All I am saying is that over the last 3 months, Angelica has learned how to use the carpal tunnel mouse and benefits directly from its use, and would never, ever now go back to a normal mouse. So I'll see if I can borrow the mouse next week and actually show it you. But you've got a graphic of it down in the carousel. So, and if you click the link, it will take you over. Okay, and Isaiah, welcome. I'm sure you know enough stories, sir. The thing is that there are no barriers in live video. It doesn't matter how young you are, how old you are. We can all go in live video. We can all connect. We can all tell stories. We can all get to know each other. We can all exchange information and expertise. And just a thing, the older you are, the more expertise you have, and certainly the more history you have. And if you want to ask me about the Apple IIe, one of the first computers I used it. Yeah, I've been here since the Commodore PET, which goes back a long way. That means I've got a wealth of knowledge which I'm here to actually share. So Isaiah, if you have any questions about live broadcasting, please do ask. Okay, and the other thing is, I just want to say this only once during this broadcast: respect your elders. Okay, especially family. Okay, because you wouldn't talk to your granddad like that, would you? And my day's good, thank you. Apart from the fact that we are in the middle of Storm Eunice, and we have 122-mile-an-hour winds blowing outside, which is very unusual in the UK. And basically, it's good to be indoors. Most people are staying indoors during the course of the day. The wind is going to be with us until 7 o'clock tonight. So thank you for your question, and questions I can answer. That's good. Right, okay. The next one I'm going to go on to, next item I'm going to go on to, and I'm going on to this item because it's on offer today. The Logitech C920X camera, webcam, is on offer today. I'm just going to change my layout. Okay, and I'm going to go picture in picture. Right, I need to shrink. Okay, see, this new technology, Isaiah, you've got to keep up with it. You've got to be able to change things around and apply. Okay, and just so as you know, I actually work for Be Live. Okay, so this is a desktop, and what I'm going to look at is this, and it is up here. I'm happy that you can't see the whole of my office, because if I can magically bring things and show you them and then just put them back again, because you don't want to see my office. That's why I've got the green screen. Normally when I broadcast live, not on Amazon Live, I use the green screen and have a picture as my background, and you then have no idea what's behind me and what the office looks like. I don't understand how you can get a cable, and this is just a cable on the C920. You can get a cable and you can get so knotted. Incredible. Okay, this is, I think I got it right there. This is the Logitech C920, but the model I'm showing you today is the C920X. The C920 is Logitech's best-selling camera. It's $59.99, which is today 14% off. Okay, $59.99 for this camera. This is the camera that I bought 6 years ago. So your first question is, does it last? Yes, I've had this camera for 6 years. How do you use it? Well, you pull down the flap at the bottom, and it's very sticky, but get there. Okay, and then this camera just sits on your monitor like that, either on your laptop or your PC. I've got a BenQ monitor down in the carousel, and it sits on top of that and looks at me, or I look at it. But today, this camera here, Logitech C920, isn't plugged in. I've got two cameras on my system. A third one might be pushing it. Okay. Camera, you've got the lens, and then you other side you've got microphone. So this is not just a camera. This is a camera plus external microphone. When you come back to me, when you first start broadcasting or going on Zoom, and when I say broadcasting or Zoom, I mean both. Okay, broadcasting on Facebook, going live on Zoom, same thing. When you first start broadcasting, you do not need to buy a new camera, a new microphone, a green screen. You don't need to. When you start broadcasting, just broadcast using the internal camera, the internal microphone. Reason for this is you might be spending, well, first of all, you don't spend money until you enjoy what you're doing. And the only way to find out if you enjoy what you're doing is to actually go live. And if you enjoy going live, that's the time to upgrade your kit. And this is a quest. I'm still upgrading my kit now. I've been broadcasting 6 years. This is ongoing. But this camera here, Logitech C920, is outsold. It's the best-selling camera, I would guess, in the Logitech range. And it's so easy to use. I mean, you just plug it in, USB-A, and on a Mac or on a Windows machine, it will just work. There's no problems with that. It will be recognized straight away. And then when you go to Zoom or you go to your broadcasting software, this camera will be there. You just select the C920. Yeah, it won't be there as the C920X. It'll be there as the C920. And you can then use it. Right. Okay. Now this is where we come to why I'm actually showing you this. Why? Because the C920X and the C920 are the same camera, but the C920X has an added extra. C920X gives you, I'm just scrolling down, an extra which the C920 does not have. And the Logitech C920X includes 3 months of XSplit VCam license included in the price. So I've done an overview of what XSplit VCam is about. And whilst I chase down the sunlight, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share this video full screen, and I'm going to explain what XSplit VCam is and why it's brilliant that it's included in the Logitech C920X. Is in wonderful Wiltshire, England, and I'm here to give you an overview of XSplit VCam, how it works. Background removal tool I've been using since January 2019, and it just keeps getting better and better. Now the image behind me is one of Salisbury Cathedral, and the acid test of any background removal tool is that you still have 10 fingers with little webbing between them. Okay, so that test passed. Second is the outline of your body. Those are the things to look for when you're looking at a green screen, the ability to actually move about. So let's take a look at the software itself. And this is the XSplit VCam program. Okay, now you notice the top there, it says original. This is me. This is also me. So this is how I look normally. Now, first stage is to actually remove the background. So let's remove the background by pressing a button, and I get background's gone. Okay, prove that if I go here, background has disappeared. Okay, so the next step is to select a background to go in place, and you can do that just by clicking an image. You'll get a different background. Okay, that's it. That's very colorful. Now, just a warning, you need to make sure that the image at the top is not too light. Okay, what you don't want is to have an image too light at the top. If you try it, you'll see what I mean. Okay, now XSplit VCam is an external program which you download from XSplit, and it sits on your computer and you can use it in this way. Okay, so over to one of my favorite backgrounds. So I'm just switching background. Now, if I go to here, you can actually see that I can get backgrounds from several sources. I can upload a media file. Okay, and I'm going to upload a media file. I'm going to go on my hard drive to artwork and to reduced. Okay, and I'm going to bring up this image, and that's it. That's how easy it is to take an image from your hard drive and bring it on screen. Second thing you can do is you can run a YouTube video. Now I can show you a sample of this if I go Sorry, I'm still here. This is the internal background removal software that's included in the Be Live Studio, and I'm still live, and I'm grateful for that. I forgot to unmute myself then. Okay, and thank you, Marco, who's just said no sound, and I'm back. Okay, so hope. Oh. Thank you for watching.